Yeah, everyone, hope you're doing great. So let's just get through this video. I've got the 2022 driver standings after the 11th out of 22 Grand Prix, the Austrian Grand Prix. And let me just dive right into it. In top sport, you got Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. He's got 6 wins and he's got 208 points. So country of origin, he's from the Netherlands. So in second position, you got Charles Leclerc in the Scuderia Ferrari with 3 wins, and he's got 170 points. So he's 38 points behind Max, and he's from Monaco. And then you got Sergio Perez in third position in the Red Bull Racing with 1 win, and he's got 151 points. So he's about 19 points behind Leclerc, and he's about he's over 50 points behind Max. So in fourth position you got Carlos Sainz Jr. and he's in the Scuderia Ferrari and he's got 1 win. Well done to him, and he's got 133 points. And I really feel like that. Oh yeah, I think Carlos is at 3 DNFs now. So imagine how many points Carlos will have with those 3 if he completed those 3 races. And he's very consistent as well. So Carlos just has to keep it up. And in fifth position, you got George Russell in the Mercedes with 128 points. You know what? I have to send some ratings to George here because George has done very well this season. He's jumped into the Merc here and like basically, drove the car around and made it part of him basically. So I have to rate George for that. And he's kept Lewis on his toes. If Lewis doesn't perform at his best, George is gonna take the result and get a better result. So I like what George has brought to Mercedes. And moving on, in sixth position, you got Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes AMG Petronas, and he's got 0 wins. George has 0 wins as well, but Lewis Hamilton has 109 points, and he just collected 3 podiums in a row. So those 3 podiums was at the last race in the Austrian Grand Prix, the one before that in the British Grand Prix, and the Grand Prix before that, you know. So Lewis is doing okay, but he could be higher up in the championship standings. But it's just that Mercedes never come out of the blocks with a fast car. It's like 100-meter sprint. You go start fast. You have to start fast before you to win. So I feel like they'll build up towards the end of the season, but at the moment, I don't see Mercedes doing. I don't see Mercedes, putting a challenge on Max Verstappen or even Carlos and Perez for the moment. And then moving on in seventh position, you got Lando Norris. He's from Britain. He's in the McLaren and he's got 0 wins and he's got 64 points. That's okay for Lando, but Lando would love to be closer to the sixth position. And in eighth position, you got Esteban Ocon in the Alpine with 52 points. Ocon is a very good driver and he's very underestimated. So I'll tell you that. And then you got in ninth position, you got Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo with 0 wins and he's got 46 points. And in 10th position, you got Fernando Alonso in the Alpine. He's Spanish and he's got 0 wins and 29 points. And then moving on, I've got the rest of the standings from 11th to 21 actually, because there was a standing driver which was Nico Hulkenberg. And I feel like Hulkenberg should be driving a Formula One car. So for all you guys in Formula One, if you're listening, don't sleep on Nico Hulkenberg. He'll get you some results. So 11th position, you got Kevin Magnussen in the Haas F1. He's from Denmark. He's got 0 wins and 22 points. You know what? Respect to Kevin, because Kevin lost his seat with Haas for a season, and then it got to a point where they needed a good driver and they called Kevin. So it shows you the caliber of driver Kevin Magnussen is. And to me, he's made Mick Schumacher a bit faster because he pushed the car and Mick Schumacher has to catch up with him. Now Mick is going slightly quicker sometimes, you know. And even yesterday in the Austrian Grand Prix, Mick Schumacher finished right behind. No, sorry, he finished in front of Kevin Magnussen. So yeah, respect to the Haas team as well. And then you got in 12th position, you got Daniel Ricciardo and the McLaren with 17 points. I know Daniel, when he looks at himself, he's gonna know that he can do much better than that, and he will want better races coming towards the end of the season. And then in 13th position, you got Pierre Gasly in the Alpha Tauri. He's got 0 wins and 16 points. And Gasly would also love to prove that he's a top driver as well, that he can be in a top team. But I feel like the AlphaTauri, they don't always get the best results. You know, they got pace, but they don't always get the best results. You know, it's about putting together a good weekend, make sure everything goes smooth, and then you can get the result. So yeah, I think like AlphaTauri might have to work on their procedures a bit more so they can get some more results. And in 14th position, you got Sebastian Vettel in the Aston Martin. He's got 0 wins and he's got 15 points. But remember, Sebastian missed the first two Grand Prix of the season with COVID. And since he's come back, so that's 10 races he's done and he's collected 15 points. And Aston Martin haven't always had a strong car or a fast car. So to me, Vettel is driving so well right now. It's unbelievable. He's driving beyond what that car can bring him. And I was so not happy that he had a couple of incidents yesterday in the Austrian Grand Prix. And yeah. And did you guys see Vettel's helmet when it says save the bees? You know, he's on that environmental tip. And to me, that's good for him. You know, he's doing all right. And then in 15th position, you got Mick Schumacher in the Haas. He's got 12 points. You know, he just scored 8 points yesterday and he added another four in the British Grand Prix. So yeah, respect to Mick Schumacher. It took him quite a while to get up the paces with Formula One and with his current car. But yeah, Mick is doing very well and probably doing more lessons with Sebastian and other drivers. So yeah. In 16th position, you got Yuki Tsunoda in the Alpha Tauri. He's got 0 wins and he's got 11 points. In 17th position, you got Guan Yu Zhou in the Alfa Romeo. He's from China and he's got 5 points. You got Alexander Albon. He's from Thailand. He's in the Williams and he's got 0 wins and 3 points. And in 19th position, you got Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. He's got 0 wins and 3 points. And to me, Lance is a better driver than being in 19th position. So I'm sure Lance Stroll will be looking for better results coming towards the end of the season. And he just has to put in some good times, have clean qualifying sessions, have clean practice sessions, and then the results will come, you know. Yeah, once you have a good grid position, the results will come. And you keep yourself out of trouble, the results will come. So yeah, in 20th position, you got Nicolas Latifi. He's the only one that hasn't scored a point this season. And he's in the Williams. He's from Canada, same country as Lance. And he's got 0 wins and 0 points. And I'm sure Latifi he'll be kicking himself. He'll be like, you know what? My car is not there, but the Williams can give you a result, you know. You just need a bit of luck, you know. So I feel like Nicolas Latifi, he might need a bit of luck to score some points. And in 21st position, you got Nico Hulkenberg in Aston Martin. He was a standing driver for Vettel for the first two races, and he's got 0 wins and 0 points. So looking at the top of the championship standings, right now Verstappen looks very, very strong. You know, he's collecting podiums, which is very important. If you want to win the Formula One World Championship, even if you're not getting race wins, if you collect podiums in a couple of fourth, fifth positions, you will win. That's how Rosberg won his championship. You know, he collected a lot of podiums. Even though he didn't win most of the races, he collected a lot of podiums. So yeah, Max is collecting the podiums, and I feel like Ferrari might have an answer with Leclerc. If Leclerc drives a bit more aggressive, if he's a bit more aggressive and the car's reliable, I feel like Leclerc will put a challenge on Max. But Red Bull with the technology, you know, they're always one step ahead. that's what's gonna give Max the title this season. I feel like Red Bull, they're always one step ahead with their upgrades with their car. They always give Max a good car to drive. And if Ferrari don't win a few races in a row, Max might run away from it if Red Bull get an upgrade, because when Red Bull get an upgrade, it's always strong. So that's what Ferrari has to watch out for now, is just pulling up to the Grand Prix and having a fast car, pulling up to the races and having a fast car, having a car 2 or 3 tenths faster than the Red Bull. Even if it's in race trim, if you start second or third, it doesn't matter. Once your car is faster in the race trim, and you can flow with the driver and get the slipstream, the DRS will kick in. So yeah, to me it was a great Austrian Grand Prix, and I loved it. I liked it very much, and yeah, I enjoyed it very much. So yeah, it was a good Grand Prix. I enjoyed it, man. I can't even lie. I very very much enjoyed it. So on to the next Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time in France. So yeah, that's gonna be the French Grand Prix. And to me, it's gonna be a battle, because that track allows you to overtake and it allows you to race. And it's a simple track as well. I love simple tracks. Complicated tracks. I like them as well. I love the complication, but I like simple tracks. Where driver errors is not gonna kick in too tough. You could just race. And it's gonna be a battle. Trust me. That track allows you to follow, allows you to race. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And